Hello everybody, G here, and I'm bringing you another figure review. Today I have the Godzilla, I'm sure it's 1991 or 1992 or 89 I guess. Well, this is the Bio Goji from the movie Godzilla vs. Biollante. Now, some would argue that this figure is the best figure in the S.H Monsterarts line. I, for one, most definitely love this figure. Its detail and just everything about it is just one problem. The size comparison with Biollante, it is not accurate at all. And in fact, it's about the same height or a bit taller, depends how you pose Biollante. But this figure ain't about Biollante, it's about Godzilla. Now, starting where I got this figure, I got him on Amazon. And yes, I still have the box. Don't really want to do much reviews in the box though, but it's about the figure. You can also get them on eBay, Big Bad Toy Store, Toy Wiz. That's probably the main websites you can really get them on, especially for the price. But I think his prices obviously went up then, because I was recently looking up the special version color of King Ghidorah. Wow. Yeah, his price is skyrocketed. I don't know why. I even saw one listing on Amazon or eBay where he was over $1,000, and I was like, that is freaking ridiculous. But anyway, let's get right into it. Starting with the head, we can see we got a nice black reptilian paint job, very good. Scaly skin, the usual Godzilla-like texture. We have brown irises with black pupil eyes. Let's get a good look at the eyes right there, and we have 2 rows of teeth. We also have a red tongue. The teeth are not white; they're more of a stained yellowish, like he's bitten down onto something and kind of dried up blood in his mouth. We also have a more of a drier, more satin-like black paint job for his head. We also have his small ears right there, kind of pointed to as a throwback to the original 1954 design Godzilla. For the back of his head, we can see where the dorsal plate's paint job begins, and it works all the way down to the tip of his tail. Now, for a closer look at his mouth, we can see, of course, it can close and open. And for the special feature, behind his head, if you press the button, he can roar. Oh, it's different every time I press it. You know, let's go ahead and do that with the lights off. Back to the head, including special features. It works different every time I press it. He also has a music and different types of roars. Observe. It does a blast again, of course. I'm sure there was another war with that's a bit longer than that previous war. Well, I guess I'll find it later. But yes, anyway, if you press it down, he plays music. And if you press it again, there's foot-stopping effects. And you also press the again while the music is playing, he can roar. Oh, it did before, but I don't know why it'll do it again. Well, that's new. He's doing the blast with the music on. And of course, to stop the music, you press the button and hold it. Well, I guess that doesn't stop the stomping either. And there's a second song. Once again, to stop the song, you just press the button and hold it. Alright, now back to it. For articulation, his mouth can of course close and open. He can look about this far up, about this much down, about this much to the left, this much to the right. We have a ball jointed neck and lower neck. Again, that he can rotate about this much. He can look about this much this way, about this much that way before coming off with the freaking ball joint, of course. Now let's just get a good look at detail on his head. That is very movie accurate. I love the design on this figure so much. Really, this is arguably one of my favorite Godzilla figures by the S.H Monsterarts line. They've really knocked it out of the park with this one. Alright, let's move on. Once again, as a throwback to the original Godzilla 1954, we have the standard 3-row chest, and we have his type of claws right here, where we can have the sort of a sandy yellow fade right here that there's no bleeding onto his fingers. It's 4 claws. For articulation, it can rotate 360 degrees, can bend in and out, it can go about this much up and this much down, can also bend at the forearm, and bend at the elbow, could also rotate about this much, go like he can move around like this, he can bend up about this much, and go forward this much, and go forward, go backwards 360 degrees, but it will not rotate forward 360 degrees for some freaking reason. Looking at further detail on his arms, just get the camera to capture all that. Look at all that texture it's picking up, yeah. Very good detail, especially with the dorsal plates. I really like the dorsal plates. Alright, now let's move on to his lower body. Not like the original Godzilla 1954, we have the typical Heisei big stubby thick thigh feet type that's on Godzilla himself. We got his usual bulky thighs. He can about split this much, can rotate at the foot about this much. It doesn't really have a lot of articulation there. Can bend in and out at the knee, can rotate about this much up and 360 degrees in the back. For also, you can get him in a variety of different poses, but no, it's very limited though. I can't really think of a lot of poses to put him in. I just keep him in a standard pose. Also, you can see the yellow sand-like paint job on his toes. No bleeding onto his feet. It's a little bit off right there, but that's fine. Not every figure is gonna be perfect. Let's just look at the texture and the detail. Very suit accurate. I just that rough feeling how I just move my thumbs across all of it. Very good detail. Alright, now looking at the back of his legs, we can see how it's definitely ball joint with a little ball joint cover. Oh, and I forgot to mention that he does not come with any accessories. Yeah. And in order to get his whole sound effect, special effects working, you have to remove the torso, put these batteries in. It's kind of complicated, not that complicated, but you can get it done. Alright, now let's move on to the back and tail. Now looking at the back, we can see he has 3 rows of dorsal plates, very small at the head, and it works all the way down to where, pretty much to the tip of his tail. And it goes from there all the way back up through the back of his head. Now, they did put a lot of detail into the spikes. Let's get a good look at it. Very nice. Very bony looking too. And yes, the spikes do light up blue. I'll put a show on for you now. Just want to capture all that for you. And of course, for articulation in his back, you can also clue for the top of his head. He can about, sorry, I accidentally pressed the button. Yeah, but he can really about bend up and down that much at the waist. And of course, his tail is very ball joint. You can have him pose like this. You can have him post up. You can have him post down. Tail swiping motion or swinging his tail like that. Very poseable tail indeed. Now, just looking at the dorsal plates on his tail, those are also very movie accurate. I'm really digging how they look. Yeah, but anyway, this is arguably one of my favorite figures of the S.H Monsterarts line. I can't wait, and maybe, well, the, Godzilla suit used for the Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah is pretty accurate and very similar to this one, but it's not the same. But I'll have to use that one for the Godzilla vs. Biollante movie. Speaking of Biollante, let's get the size comparison on the road. And it's size comparison time, y'all. Now here we can see Bio Goji compared to the S.H Monsterarts Biollante. And man, Biollante was worth the price. Well, I didn't get her for $700. I actually got her for $300. I was lucky to be able to get her on eBay for that price. Can't you believe that? Now, like I said, Godzilla is bigger than Biollante, and it's not very movie accurate. In the film, Biollante was well, as a size comparison, Biollante towered over Godzilla as much as Destroyer towered over Burning Godzilla. That's pretty much the size comparison right there. Even though Godzilla was considered 80 meters in that film, and Biollante was either 100 or 120, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, Biollante will also be the next figure review because I want to go ahead and wrap up the whole Biollante series. Just look at Biollante, man. Biollante is freaking awesome. But I hope you enjoyed this figure review, guys, and I will be having King Ghidorah from the Monsterverse in the mail soon. I also have Rodan and Mothra pre-ordered. Speaking of Mothra, I do not possess the S.H Monsterarts Mothra Heisei series. I do plan on getting the special color version. Comment below if the special color version is not worth it, so I heard, but I'm thinking about getting it anyway. But yes, I do have King Ghidorah regular. I do have Mecha King Ghidorah. I'm going to get the special color version of Space Godzilla, even though I already possess the original, and I already possess the original paint job of Destroyer. So yeah, I'll be doing comparisons with them, and for the whole S.H Monsterarts series, I want to get the Heisei over with first, then I'll move on to Showa and Millennium. Anyway, guys, it's Wrathco G, and I'm out.